Good evening, Forex friends. It is Monday, December 13th, just around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What I want to do is take just about 5 minutes of your time and talk about the pound dollar. I had posted a screenshot of this pair 4-hour compression yesterday, about 24 hours ago on the Mouteki12 blog. Now what I want to do is take a look here and see how the market has opened this Monday and how the market reacted, the movements we have seen during London and New York session, and talk about what we have occurring on the pound and the opportunity that we can be looking for here during the trading week that we have ahead for a buy on the pound dollar to take it up on rallies up to the 160.80 areas that we can see here in the green. Okay, so we're going to talk about that quickly. Just taking a look here. I posted on the site just about 24 hours ago talking about the pound. Will the trend north continue? And I talked about how this was going to be a week for the trend to start coming out. Okay, what we have seen here is dominant supply in this market here on the 4-hour going all the way to this top. Okay, and we can see here what is occurring now is that the market has come out of consolidation. Okay, this consolidation here showing that potentially this trend is over. It ended up proving itself that the trend was over, and now what we're sitting at here is a very important point. What we're sitting at 24 hours ago is a very important point. Okay, now what price did is it took it down to the lower line here of demand. From there, took out the line here up above that is acting as resistance. So let's go ahead and take a look at the live charts. Okay, and again, before we get into that live chart, what I did forget here was the 4-hour key point of previous resistance that we're going to be looking to take this market up to. Now you can also see is that I have fib expansions. I'm not going to bother talking about fib expansions at this time, just because this is a great opportunity to go ahead and start getting used to the 4-hour support and resistance that we will be talking about here in our daily trading. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened on the pound. Okay, here 4-hour compression, we had the pound. We saw a rally. This was about the open. We saw a rally during the London session, taking and testing levels of the 157.10. We can see that, and from here what we've seen the pound do is just short of 200 pips north up to the 159 price level. Okay, and from here we can see that the price has fallen back about 50 pips to 158.50 where it's currently trading. Now notice what we have here, projection lines. What we can see here is demand in this market was created, support lines, and what I did when I saw the market slip today during the London session below the line here that we can see depicting the support in this market, I wanted to see what happened at this point and why, when I created a parallel projection, why had the market react, and look how it took me right up to the top of the trend wall that we have here. Now we're looking for ultimately on this 4-hour compressions for a break here out of the trend. Okay, so we can trade this north up to that 160.80 price level. And overall, this is going to be fueled by this massive line here of supply in this market that was controlling the bearish momentum here in this pound dollar, taking it from around the 163 levels to just about the 154.50 levels here, coming off of a solid November sell-off on the pound dollar. We can see looking for a reversal here in this month of December. So that's what we're going to be looking for. Now let's just take this a bit further so we know our playing field now. We're seeing this market coming out of this beautiful channel here. We know at some point this market is going to break this channel, but let's also just talk about now the 1 hour and how the trend is supporting and how you can use your moving averages in here to look for trades. Now what I'm using here on my chart is a 12 EMA with the 50 EMA here in green and the 100 in white. Okay, and basically what I use my 50 and 100 is to create my pressure gauges in the area where the market will be oscillating at. Okay, as you can see here, note how the price oscillated and consolidated between these levels currently. Okay, and then what I use the 5 is the medium of price. Okay, notice how it created here that inner trend channel there, and how it rode through and depicted that this was going to be consolidation. Now what we're looking for is the break. Now we talked about a lot here on the 4-hour clearance. We can see here because we don't have any resistance levels here on our 4-hour chart until we get up to this 160.80 level. So we know this is going to be the minimum that the bulls are going to take this on their next rally once they can break out of this trend. Also, what we have seen here, though, is opportunity on the 1 hour, where you can start to establish buy opportunities off of bounces here of the 100 moving average, being the EMA in the 1 hour. Okay, and what you can see is that this 1 hour compression here foretells us, with the pressure gauge being the 50 and 100, the direction of the pound dollar. Okay, we have been able to see this since just about the start of last trading week, where we've seen the market from the 156.50 price levels take it up to just around the 159 high that we saw today. Okay, so this is now a supported trend, and look at what we have in here. We have a channel being created, and every time we're coming down to that 100, we're bouncing back up to the top here, 100 bouncing back up to the top, 100 bouncing back up to the top. Now we came here down to the 100, actually fell below it, slipped significantly below it, okay, but in reality that significance there is just about 50 pips. And from here, what is so important is that we have seen this market take it up all the way to the 159 price level in New York. Look at the size here of this 1 hour candle. That is a rally, okay, just shy of 100 pips on the pound dollar during the opening hours of New York. So what I'm looking for now here is opportunity for pound dollar buys, and this is all good what we've said to this point, but now what we need to do is establish a plan and say what we are looking for here, because starting Tuesday's London session, we're going to look for opportunities to trade. And right now I can tell you my exact plan of attack here on this pound dollar coming this Tuesday or Wednesday, given when the opportunity comes. And what I'm saying is, now what I'm looking at here is the opportunity to see this market now coming off of the top here of the trend wall. What is this market going to do? Is it going to come back and oscillate once again down to around the 157.50 levels? Okay, notice here what we have happening on the pound in the 1 hour. Low, low, okay, and we're starting to see here how this trend wall is continuing to be respected. So what we're anticipating, can we see here an Asian pullback tonight? Okay, most likely we're not going to see an Asian pullback of 120 pips on the pound. We could, but we could see an Asian London, okay, and then see New York come in here and take over and be bearish again on the dollar, and watch the pound dollar rally and oscillate once again through this 1 hour. What we can also see is we can see this price come back to the channel here, come back to the pressure gauge. Okay, what we have is the 100, the 50, and the 12 are all pointing in the direction that we are looking for. So what we're looking for now is this market to come back here to the area here of this 50 and of this 100. Now, what we're looking for, and it's important to realize, to the top side here, if we get an immediate pullback within this area here of 157.50, no matter what, we're buying into this pound dollar and looking for a great opportunity to trade up to around the 159.30 levels. Okay, if we get here, Asian session, come in, and London starts buying into this market, we can look for a bounce trade here. We won't buy into it, but what this will tell us is that this is going to break through the trend because it is not oscillating anymore. Okay, so that's important, is that if you see this during the Asian session, if you see it during the London session, come back and not make it down to the bottom of the line of demand, okay, in this area, what you would have to say is think outside of trading just the moving averages, think of what the market's doing. We could probably see a quick sell-off coming into the Asian, possibly the opening hours of London, then London come in here and rally this pound. Remember, looking for retail sales tomorrow on the dollar. Most likely will be the fuel for the fundamental and for the direction here of the dollar throughout this trading week. So all eyes on tomorrow for the pound dollar. That's what we have. Just want to talk about that. Again, don't forget to take an opportunity here and look at how this market will react at two key levels, being the lines here of trend, okay, and also being the pressure gauge here on the 1 hour. And just taking a quick note at the 4 hour and where we stand on the 4 hour, because we always take our key levels from our 4 hour. What we can see, okay, once again here on our 4 hour, is at around the 58.20 level. We have our 12 EMA, okay. Remember, this acts as my median of price, so this could be where I'm going to come back, see the cross here of my 4 hour, then I know that this can have extra steam and start breaking through these further points here on the 1 hour resistance levels, okay? But since this has been resistance in the past, it's going to act as immediate resistance right here. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be this, or this as the first point of reaction, but what I would do is take my profit here and then allow the rest to pan out for the potential if fueled by fundamentals for the initial and overall trend to complete itself. So that's what we have. Keep a close eye on the pound dollar. We'll keep you updated on the pair and also other pairs here to come throughout this trading week on Mouteki.com. Thanks for joining us. Look forward to seeing you again, once again, here at Mouteki.com. Until next time, have a good evening, good luck, and happy trading.